it's us, is it? My goodness, Trent, can you believe it? It's time to watch Just Error. They got their first little taste of the action a little bit earlier, but now they're looking pretty good here around Sumail Lesh. How you feeling about it?
Yeah, Just Error, just us, and some Mudgolems. So it should be a good time. I know Lacoste was like, there will be a Leshrac in this series when those look at this Navi, and there will be a Leshrac in the final series because King is back to mid. And look who it is. It's the King. He's mid, and he's got Leshrac. So Lacoste knew all along. And yeah, I've been watching a lot of Leshrac lately because I've also been watching a lot of Chinese games where they tend to pick up the Aghanims a lot in China. Whereas here, it's like, yeah, Yules, bots, BKB, Bloodstone. Don't ever deviate from those items.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm curious about is if we're going to see the X, because I feel like we've seen it more often in North America as well in some of the games. Now, real quickly, since we have a pause, this is perfect. I wanted something really important. If we could highlight and go into like insider view of Tidehunter. If you look at Tidehunter and you get up close with him, his little belly is a different color from the rest of him. Look at that. Isn't that the weirdest thing in the world?
It's because, well, do you know why?
Yeah, I know why, but I just wanted to point it out. I thought it was great. I just like his belly. What can I say? It's sticking out.
Who else is rocking these Dire Tide things? Drow looks pretty ghosty. Undying, not so much. Leshrac is a ghost.
The Enchantress one, they don't have it right now, but Fata, if he was to put it on, he looks like a little Smurf on Edge. Basically, just looks like Lesh.
The Dark Willow one is also just like a little Smurf.
Oh, I haven't seen that one also.
Some of them are extremely blue.
So yeah, interesting little dynamic that we've got going here. If you sort of think about like the more macro sense of these two teams, to me it feels like on the one side you got these like grindy boys and the Mudgolems together that have been playing a ton of different tournaments together, trying to get out consistent results. They came off the back of ESL1 Germany, got third place, amazing results, had a little bit of a hangover at Dota Summit 13, came in a little bit of the lower rankings, and now, you know, they're going up against this team, Just Error, that come out of nowhere, and they start, you know, obviously
extremely good players, but they're not like ready to play as a team yet because they don't have like an identity formed amongst themselves, which, well, that makes a lot of sense for a team that's only been scrimming really and played one best of 5 versus Yellow Submarine. So I would say that facing them at the start of the group stage is going to be a lot better than facing them at the end. That's
a really good point, and it bodes well for Mudgolems. But that being said, if Mudgolems just like tragically get 2-0'd here, that does not bode well for the rest of the teams coming out through the rest of this tournament. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, but some interesting things going on, and I can't wait to see how they play against the rest of these teams, because the group stage, you know, it's a whole heck of a lot of folks that are very good at Dota, and they're all facing off against each other. I'm super duper stoked for it. As far as this draft is concerned too, man, I don't really like Tide that much right now, but people keep picking him.
I don't know, this Meteor Hammer rush, that's pretty popular right now. No one's already got it queued up, so we're probably going to see it.
Right.
It just lets you pressure the lane. It's good stats. The blink is so all in when you buy it, like that, you know, going for these other kind of items, like maybe like a Vlad's or something, and it almost feels like Meteor Hammer's this like weird in-between where if you get like kind of a bad Ravage because you don't have blink, if you only catch like 2 heroes, but if you have the Meteor Hammer, you might be able to just like follow right up, or even a single target, and you're able to get like a key kill that your team needs. So I think level 1 even 2.4 on the charge, so that should be enough. Other than Lifestealer, right? Is Meteor Hammer still?
Yeah, it's like 1.7, right? Isn't that what it is?
No, that's it's 2.5. So theoretically,
to our advantage.
I assume that I'm not sure when the sun starts. I'm pretty that's the Lifestealer would still be able to rage, because I don't think it has to do with like the movement of yourself in the air, but I'm not actually sure.
Okay. So 1 minute more. 1 minute more, apparently, some Discord issues for Mudgolems. I don't know how he knows exactly that it was 2 minutes and then 1 minute.
That's how you know it's going to be 5 minutes. It's every time. Always.
There's always a little behind. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry. It's good to hear your voice. Thank you. Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
Bye.
Hey, thanks, Zyori. Jeez, guy infiltrates that broadcast, and they're like, "Oh God, no, not him." Unpause, hurry.
That's the secret to unpausing, though. You get the panel to hop back on for a second, and then the teams are like, "All right, we're unpausing. We're going."
That actually does have 100% success rate on land. That's guaranteed.
I remember there was one time at it was like a DAC or something, and then we were paused, and they just came back to the shot of us on the desk or something, and then I saw somebody from IG just like leave the booth, and I was like, well, I guess we're here for a while. It's the most awkward thing ever. But we don't have cameras. We're actually just sitting here, no shirt on, full on ready to go. It's perfect time to watch some Dota.
Yes, it was nice to finally strip down after being on the camera earlier. Feeling a lot better now, more free. I do my best casting like this at home.
Definitely. So seeing already movement up towards the top side of the map. No one's going to be playing on the Tidehunter, most likely with Zayats as well. And Solo's hanging out in the area. Massive amounts of pings. How much pressure can they put on this Lifestealer?
Well, they're hoping for... Well, first off, this is the first blood play, right? You hope that the Eng comes down on the river, and then she gets gushed, and they seem to be quite aware. Scanner just got the tree.
That's great.
I don't know. That decay is just like a dignity decay or something. It's like, aha! I got you, my trap.
Yes.
The battle begins.
How much pressure on Lifestealer, though? I mean... Lina can definitely get annoying by like level 3, right? If you go like 1-1-1 and you're just like keeping up these right clicks and just harassing down. But yeah, in the end, it is Lifestealer, so I wouldn't be too hopeful for anything too crazy, especially if the Eng plans on staying around a little bit, because we all know that those creeps are rather obnoxious at the start of the game.
Incredibly hard to deal with. They're already sort of getting in a position where he's body blocking camp. I guess that was just to make sure he can see if there's any wards in the area blocking it. And wisely, 4-4 did not opt to block out the camps, instead just getting a little bit of vision where the pull is going to come through. And that's going to be perfectly fine. Down bottom, also sort of a similar story going on as Milan just kicks that little boulder through onto Solo.
Yeah, and they have the Earth Spirit with the Courier ward, so not the easiest hero to get the snipes, but maybe 3-3 can get like a little wrap behind with the range and try and punish these Couriers. Oh, this is good positioning from 3-3. He might get this one. Oh, nice micro here. Oh, that's just auto micro because it's going towards Solo. Well, that's going to save him.
Perfect. That's what you love to see. And it looks like they won't actually be able to go over and get it. He drew a little bit of aggro there with his Viper, and that messed up the potential for a Courier snipe. But Solo just being a bit of a bully, playing the Undying role. Look how much damage he does. This is devastating with the boots early on here.
Yeah, boots over the Orb Venom, right?
Oh.
Kind of interesting.
Plus side, of course, of all those decays, an easy salve up, back up to full HP 433. Doesn't have much HP mana though.
He instantly buys another mango. So I think it was Cap who I was talking about this boat. He described it as the you buy a mango to subtract that much net worth from your opponent. So from like whatever the core is in that lane, that mango is subtracting that much gold from them by stacking more decays, which is pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
Just like, I am gonna force you off this wave. So help me God.
It's like devastating. It's so frustrating to play against there, and this whole time it's encouraging and enabling a free lane for Ramses. So very good stuff, and they can't really do anything on Milan besides possibly like pulling the wave back. That's the other route that we've sometimes seen position 4 do to deal with this. But regardless, for now, looking like a pretty good time. In mid lane, you're gonna see Leshrac having a pretty even matchup against the Snapfire, at least for now. Maybe some kill potential later if somebody oversteps their bounds, but Sudel opting to go for the 2 Enlightening. No points in Edict yet.
Yeah, I like this potential Soul Ring as well from Barani. I feel like I'd never see that item on the mid Soul Ring, at least, or the mid Snapfire rather. Usually we just see like the Bracer into the eggs and then back for the bots. But it probably would increase your farm speed by a lot, because you do tend to have mana problems when you just go for like the bottle and the Bracer.
Right. Yeah, could run into some issues there. It also, just extra little bits of strength is definitely nice for this hero. So if you're getting that strength, why not also get some mana regen out of it?
It is a really good Ags game, though. I mean, you always pick the mid Snapfire for the Aghanims, but then like closing the draft out with the Earth Spirit just felt really good, right? You send this hero in, he's crazy good when he gets sent in. Then there's a possibility of them being infested, and then sometimes you might just want to send them the Viper. Like Blink Viper has been a good hero in the past, even though like it kind of sucks because you aren't getting any stats, but it used to be so good just because of the pure positioning that it offered you, and just be like, okay, now deal with me, right? Whereas sometimes it can be hard to get into that spot as the Viper. So, you know, sometimes you might just see 3-2 fly in there if he gets a little bit of meat on his bones.
Right. That would be a nice way to see it. I wouldn't mind it. You know, maybe get a Blade Mill or something like that on the Viper. We should mention real quickly, by the way, Tide having a really good game so far against Skitter. The Lifesteal is caught up a little bit, but 26-5 versus 19-0, and they're still putting pressure back on Fata here, who's going to take a couple more punches along the line. Now Zayats might just be able to find first blood. Fairy Fire one round through. They're
trying to bait it real hard.
This is big if they could get the kill on the Zayats. Instead, the turnaround comes out, and he's going to die to Fata. Great play.
That was really impressive, too, because as you point out, the ward was there the whole time as well.
Yeah.
And they still managed to pull that off. Really well done.
Oh, a little bit of a disconnect again, but quick, Andrew, get back in here. Get him back. No, so it's kind of an interesting thing, though, right? Like, you're talking about it. It looked for a little bit there like all three lanes are being won by 404, but they're still keeping it relatively close. The main one that feels like he's behind is the Viper. Hi. We
felt bad that you missed it on the other pause. So, you know, it seemed like when there was another one coming through and they complained about lags, it would be relevant for you to join.
And look, he's back again.
Yeah, don't go far, man. We might need you again.
You're like the lucky charm of Dota. That's what's going on here. Illusion. I love it. Well, 33 gonna drop down there, bottom, and Ramses ends up dying for the trouble as well.
Yeah, so he gets the kill first on 3-3 though, so
yeah.
Nice.
Time to take the big
and meanwhile, in the mid lane though, whoa.
That's much bigger. Oh my god. Sumail is Sumail. That's what I've learned.
Wow, we just had like simultaneous skills happening, I guess, huh? He just got him with the lightning and the stomp and the chase down. I guess he was just getting too greedy, sticking around at low HP. Sumail was like full when I looked.
Yeah, no, same. And Snapfire in the meantime buys a raindrop. Still hasn't been able to go in for the Soul Ring yet, has the boots. Maybe there's a reason everybody's buying bracers. I don't know.
Now everyone's just ditching top and just turned into a 1v1. And they're probably going to try and half guard the mid lane and also maybe try and gank the Lesh. So expecting a lot of our attention to just be down on this area of the map now, right? Like top is just whatever.
Right. Yeah, it's training on farm. Maybe a chance for a kill when no one gets level 6 if Skitter's playing a little bit greedy like we saw before, but a little bit of a roll in down bottom. Ramsey's able to sidestep that one.
You know what's nuts is he was only like 200 away from his Meteor Hammer. Like imagine if he had a head this like when the catapult was coming through. I guess maybe it wouldn't have mattered here because he's a little bit low anyway, but this hammer is not far away for no one.
No. He is very, very farmed. Top CS in the game right now. It does look like there's a little bit of a rotation towards mid right now. All this sort of back and forth is going on up in the top lanes. Not sure what the goal is outside of just it looks like stealing this little stack that was built up, but trying to make a rotation on Sumail, it's not going to connect.
Yeah, it's the classic, their mid killed our mid, and we have an Earth Spirit, so you always want to be targeting the mid lane anyway, but you're always looking for that straight punish after. But with this DD, this is going to be a surprising amount of tower pressure with no glyph available.
And in the meantime, Sumail is heading up north. Again, this is a Lightning Storm Sumail build, but they do have level 6 up on the Tide Hunter.
They dropped Tombstone mid as well.
Undying, just trying to keep a hold of this one. They're going to be able to kill it off, but he does have a Soul Rip for the moment. But you can see that there isn't really anything they've done before. Up top, though, they're going to go for the stun, try to find the follow-up with the Split Earth, and is it enough? It is enough for the kill. So they take down Zayats, but Skitter dies top.
And at the same time, we had the Lina just gone on from the Nether Toxin. Just got walked on and trapped by 3-3 by the looks of it. A TP came through from Bornea, but it wasn't even needed. Now mid the roll too.
Oh, that was the wrong way. Milan's like, get out of here.
So, yeah.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well, it happens to the best of us.
But yeah, so they take the tower without even needing the hammer. It's the hammer of the Leshrac.
Wow. He only had the 1 point edict going up there and manages to make it happen. Just left his tower completely alone though, and this is kind of nice for Mudgolems at the very least. We'll see if they can actually secure it though. It doesn't look like it. They're bringing numbers. I almost said on VP. That's just science tech.
All right, now can they? I think they can just hold this. I think no one just lives mid now, right? With this meteor hammer. Oh my god, he actually got the drop down still.
That was amazing. Silence is out, has some survivability, but taking a lot of damage. Soul Rip not enough, as they will lose no one. Zayat now also in trouble. All the right clicks coming through. He goes down. Great play from Mudgolems.
Yeah, Fada brought in the Centaur, which stomped up on Zayat, so Zayat couldn't get in range to LSA the Snapfire, so he couldn't stop the globs from coming out.
I think the thing that I'm seeing here that's really solid is like the power of Enchantress this early on. You know, 2 points up in Enchantress, making use of these creeps and playing at a super fast tempo. But that being said, 4-4 is still the ones that are up 1k right now.
Yeah, I think their goal just becomes mid tower. There will always be a body mid. Someone just has to be here the entire time. Because they just want to hold this top triangle for the Leshrac and the Drow and as much of their jungle as they can. Or at least just, you know, make it harder for them to occupy it as Mudgolems. But that might be ending soon as 3-3 looks to keep this pressure down the bottom lane and no one really wanted to be here versus the roll-in of Milan as well as potential creeps coming through from Fada.
Yeah, this is that interesting little dynamic because you normally see this movement much earlier on, but as you said, with so many people going mid, they're able to get a lot of damage onto that tier 1 tower. So, you know, if I'm Mudgolems and they can take this bottom tier 1 tower and then pressure towards mid afterwards, maybe bait out a bad Ravage or something, I'm feeling pretty good about Mudgolems right now.
Yeah, the Ravage is probably going to get a few kills, and we'll instantly see them come back mid. So it's important that they get one fight with Ravage, and then maybe keep like Laguna or something if she's going to be 6 by then. So I feel like there'll just instantly be a second volley of heroes, and they'll probably burn both Tombstone and Ravage on the first one.
That was really well played by Milan right there, breaking the smoke of Solo. They still might get caught by this. It's a little bit scary because they didn't break on a no one, but they back away and smoke is down. They're still running in, but they're not finding anybody. Sumail is there, looking for the chase down, Cookie's away, and that's enough room.
They got the wave, so I mean, this tower's gone. Leshrac, Meteor Hammer, Drow. I don't think they have the heroes to contest this. Level 1 Mortimer Kisses, this is going to be a tough fight.
This is a hard one, definitely. Sumail not going to get caught there. Milan kicks him away, able to dodge away from the splitter afterwards. They forced him away.
Yeah, he saved the tower.
Damn.
They didn't want to commit.
Okay.
They still have Arcane Rune on Leshrac, so they're definitely not done here yet. That's a good start. That's a very good start.
A chance, a chase, a catch. It's enough right there. Are they going to be able to hold this? I don't think so. They don't even have a glyph right now. Mudgolem's just staring at a bunch of tanky-ass heroes. But they actually buy back on the Snapfire, and the tower still falls.
Is under attack.
That is not great.
Ooh.
Wow.
What was the buyback? 526. Ugh. Oh man.
I don't know about that. He was back up again soon. That was dubious.
Was that a misclick? I guess he just really thought they could save mid because they didn't have Ravage or Tombstone.
Yeah.
And it would be amazing to hold that because now it just makes it so much harder to get that mid tower, right? And now he's gonna be all angsty. Brandy's gonna be like, we need mid. We have to take mid. Because he's gonna feel like he made like kind of a bad play.
Yeah.
At least that's how I get.
It's the classic.
Everyone knows that feeling.
I think that you can see that they are all going for mid though. Everybody kind of feels like they need to get it. At the very least, they're gonna be able to trade it out here. So Mudgolems claiming a tower. They were also able to get the bottom tier 1 tower. So it's kind of even right now. The main downside is that one buyback, obviously.
Yeah, not too bad. We'll take it. Still punish the lack of Ravage. Tombstone is back up now, though, so don't want to dive too deep, even if Ravage isn't there.
This ward doing a good job of scouting out that rotation down bottom, and they won't be able to find anybody with the Leshrac, or rather the Lifestealer inside of Milan. So heads up play there, able to dodge the gank that was coming through. Zayat will soak up the experience in this lane afterwards. As we're sort of just settling in again for, I guess, when no one wants to go with his next Ravage, probably.
nice meter hammer timing.
This guy kills it.
Yeah, he's been practicing. His off-lane play, you can see.
Yeah. Fada, meanwhile, just gonna run away up top.
They have Yules. Yeah, but he has the Centaur. He's doing the mad micro right now. It's like, keep the Leshrac away. Come on, Sumail. Yules that Centaur.
Do it.
Totally worth for him to just walk over and enchant.
I think he's gonna... Wow, he's actually just gonna fully commit to killing him? No.
Oh my god, he ran right into a die.
Yo, what are you doing, Fada?
We're watching a Centaur die, and he's just doing laps up here.
Alright, well played there by no one to cut him off there at the pass. But yeah, it's kind of feeling a little bit like the slowdown is happening for Mudgolems. Just trying to farm up, I guess, into Lifestealer's next item, most likely, but he already has Armlet. I don't know.
I think the game from 404 is a little bit different than your standard Drow draft, too, though, because they don't really have a good, like, Roche friend. You know, no one takes it like particularly fast. I guess the best thing they have is just like Leshrac Drow damage, Tombstone to defend, and then Tide to just sit there. It's not going to be the fastest Roche, but is it really contestable is the question, and that would come down to the Aghanims from the Snapfire.
Right. Yeah, that's really the big question. Is up top though, this cannot afford to happen again. Skidder going down, and granted they did use Ravage for that, but you take that every day of the week.
Yeah, it's just way too good. Like, that's 100% worth the Ravages. Because that's their main guy, right? You're trying to build into a pretty big item, that AC. Just slowing it down.
Yeah, and no one in the meantime just going to TP away afterwards. So 4 heroes up on the top side of the map for Mudgolems, and all the space in the world right now gained by 404.
They need that BKB on the Earth Spirit to, like, really give them that solid Aghanims fire in to pair up with the Lifestealer, because, like, let's say they set in just the Earth Spirit or whatever with that Tide being there, it's so risky with the Ravages. I guess maybe you can hope they can get a really fast silence off or something. Maybe Milan will be able to, but Aghanims on the Snapfire is extremely broken when you have vision. That's like its best feature, right? It's basically 100 to 0 death. When you see someone just like standing there farming at camp and you're able to send in a hero and then have the follow-up from the Mortimer Kisses. It's not many people can survive. So I'm expecting that they kind of want to wait around for that, or at least give that farm priority. So they're actually going to send Perenia behind them as they smoke ahead for the bounties.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, reiterating what you just said right there, it's good when you have a vision hero. It's much less good when you don't. And the only vision hero they really have in this game is Fada, when he's sending out his creeps sort of around the map randomly. Outside of that, there's kind of
look
a
at these
severe
sentries
lack.
too, like all through the bottom, through the mid, up by the rune as well, and he's actually buying more sentries on solo right now.
Well, they do find the Tidehunter, going to be able to have the break on top of him, but this ward's going to be taken out, as there is a sentry still there, so they take that one away immediately, and the wraparound coming from Sumail just finds him right at the start now, going to catch the stun onto the Earth Spirit. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in. Sumail might be in trouble. The net is going to land, but that heal coming through, it's so strong. He is eventually going to fall, but so too will Fada, and the trade right now, 2 for 1. You do take that, though. Sumail going down is big.
Yeah, man, I love Max Soul Rip. Speaking of the China games, you always see the Max a Tombstone there, like every time.
Right.
It's kind of nice to see the Max Soul Rip. It's tough though because he wasn't able to go for Arcanes, which can really help him. You can see he's already like clarity back up. But in those one burst fights, it's really good. Look how strong Solo feels. Too strong?
In there. Yeah, a bit too strong maybe. He's super dead. Inside now also gonna go, but the toss. Skidder finding the Drow. Ramsey's starting to prop down Earl. They kill him off in time. No.
No one
manages
stop the roll
to get the TP out. They will chase down no one here though, and with the kickback and a couple more punches, he's gonna fall. So a good fight from Mudgolems. Could have been better.
Yeah, no, nice save from Noah. I mean, basically just traded Tide for Drow, so that's actually kind of still fine for the Golems. Great first use of the Aghanims, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, able to catch there at like the super deep range. And again, that's that ward that's up here, sort of scouting things out and getting vision of everybody. So impressive showing.
And a hero that particularly suffers against the Snapfire Aghanims, just getting rid of that Drow aura. Or like the marksmanship, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
I think now as well, there is at least going to be a Hurricane Pike that's completed, I think, coming out. But as you said, like, you know, you get stunned and then there's a follow-up. You're just going to die to the Mourner's Kisses regardless. Like, you need to sort of be able to maneuver beforehand. But maybe you can make some fancy moves there on Ramses. So, Trent, oftentimes these things come down to Roche. How's the Roche fight looking for you?
Well, now they have the Aghanim's on Snapfire. Partially because they didn't have that like fast way to roach like the Slarder or whatever with the Drow lineup, and again, that's typically something that we see a lot of. So my next question will be, what is the status of Lifestealer when the roach fight happens? Because he's probably going to be the guy who's sent in either via an infest into someone else, or just like directly in by himself. So ideally, the dream is having the BKB on Milan for these roach fights, because then I just think these fights are so horrifically hard for 404, assuming they're not already like really far ahead. But again, I guess then we go back to vision. Like, do you know that they're in the pit? And judging by how slow 404 probably do the Roche, it's very likely Mudgolems are going to know about this. So I kind of expect 404 to maybe drag out this Roche and not really be in any big rush to try and take it, because it just kind of seems like a dangerous way to throw the game.
Yeah. Maybe there's some maneuvering things you can do with split pushing, and considering you do have the bots on Lash, that's something that Suno could try and do, because you do kind of need a couple of those different pieces of the fight.
Yeah, we might see those Zayats or the Fada feed. That's a classic lately. I swear, this strat is becoming very common, where you send both supports on the side lanes, and like whoever's the most vulnerable, this like big smoke happens and they're like dying, and they just try and live as long as possible while the rest of the team runs into the Roche pit.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely been picking up in these pro games. But for now, Roche is being passed by the Dire team.
Oh, and Skidder finds himself no one. They've got the break right afterwards. A whole heck of a lot of damage. And he is dead. What's the play now, though? Like, they can't really Roche. Instead, they're just going to try and push that tower.
Yeah, I don't think they need to Roche. They're just kind of happy leaving it there as a potential plan for the Radiant right now. What do they need? They want the BKB timing on the Snapfire. They need like 2 more items on Lifestealer. He needs to finish this AC. Yeah, their game is kind of a little strange. I'm not sure what 3-3 wants this match.
Okay. Ooh, wait a minute. Tossin, though, catches the stun onto Sumil yet again. If you can just keep winning fights like this is looking amazing right now for Mudgolems, as they will take down the Lesh yet again.
I'll get that tombstone too. 200 gold. Thank you very much.
Easy. Still chasing down Solo.
They still have Cookie into enchant here. Here it is. Get him.
Chase. Cookie. Enchant. And TP away, but the Atos is there. And another quick and easy pickoff. And they're making it look simple.
Net, just in case. Ah, Snapfire Aghanims. You're so strong. I see you. I kill you. Also, I love the way that they stunned up Zayats and he just instantly pivoted onto the Leshrac. Like, you are not important, Lena. Do not be confused here.
It's a very true point. So, let's see, where else are we going next? No one, he's trying to get towards that Blink Dagger. The sort of vision game does feel like it's going to be one of the things that's going to decide this series, but I've been really surprised by how effective 3-3 has been. You know, we've seen Viper just be so useless recently, and like almost every game that I watch is terrible, but he's killing it here.
Just hard to commit onto. Good spacing in the team fights. Has a nice front line too, between the Earth Spirit, the Lifestealer, the Ench creeps, and then just even like Snapfire can get a little bit, you know, right up in there as a nice tanky hero. So I feel like 3-3s is kind of skirting on the edges of the fight a little bit. Has an Essence Ring, just being a real nuisance.
Oh, and the scan is going to connect right now, just outside of the Roche pit.
Just chilling in here like...
What's happening? Scary. All right, Infest inside. They're hiding up on the low ground. Up again. He's infested inside the Enchantress. Oh, the bait. The bait. Wait a minute, though. They find him on the backside of this. Tombstone down. Running into Ramses. Spot is still the Lifesteal inside. They're going to pop forwards. Gets us. Try and chase the jump to the low ground, but Ramses Ramses is about to die. He ends up
They still
falling
have
now.
snap ult for the chase.
Gotta be careful.
Get that left rack.
And they got Sumail yet again, throwing Milan. The Ravage comes far too late. A Meteor Hammer is gonna land, but I don't think this is gonna be enough. They've already lost 2 of their cores. Zion's about to die.
Oh, nice.
One more hit, wasn't able to get out of there, but they'll take down Solo as well. So the final tally is gonna be a 3-2, and things looking pretty freaking good for the Golems.
A blink TP from no one will be successful, but yeah, they have the right read on the situation though as 404, I think, because they know that they can't just like go into this Roche pit or it's not going to end well for them. So they're trying to find that big smoke and just not able to link into the kills that they really need. And once things start falling apart there, when the fight already starts out well before the gobble up, that's when you're in trouble. Because this spell also, besides being a great initiation tool, is the best chase down. Like, you just choose the target who you want as your +1 in this team fight, and they're going to die.
So true. It's devastating if you can just get one of those heroes on top of them. You know, I'm noticing though, like, it keeps on feeling like Mudgolems are winning fight, but we're not seeing that like big change in net worth that usually comes around this point in the game. 404 is still keeping it relatively close. All their cores are really farmed, and you know, Zayat's had a pretty good game as well. Are you concerned at all that there's not more space being made?
Yeah, is this the once we win one team fight, do we just win the game sort of situation? You know, like,
right.
Yeah, you guys are holding off and stuff, but we're still farming really well. Oh, speaking of which, geez, those guys got real slow down there walking in to 404.
No Ravage for no one though, and that means no fight. And in fact, it's going to be a fight going the other direction. They find him yet again, silenced, dead. The slow hit on the Solo. Milan playing a really good Earth Spirit here. And I mean, just don't lose fights, I guess. That's the recipe.
Yeah, but look at their side lanes. Like, Lesh is down bottom. He's got his boots of travel. He's a real nuisance. He's pushing into the tower. Zayat is up top, cosplaying Trinket Protector or Techies and playing exactly how he always plays these heroes. Hiding away and shoving lanes. So they will drum it up here by the sounds of it to power down this Roche.
Yeah, a little bit of little shredder usage at the start too, to get that minus armor there. So that was another nice answer. 3-3. It's going to TP down bottom with the life stealer inside, and it looks like the next screws are going to be put towards the bottom lane by Mudgolems. As Milan just rolls away from Sumail, and they won't catch him. They can't find the fight they want on 404.
Yeah, but what is the end game here for Mudgolems, as you were kind of alluding to before this little skirmish broke out? Like, I mean, the next item is a BKB for Life Stealer. Does that feel like something that's really gonna, like, is that really a, like, oh, now we've got it? I mean, it does feel damn good. BKB on him as well as the Earth Spirit will be crazy good. So maybe that is the one where they truly just start taking all the objectives. They go for this bounty room.
They just keep killing them. I mean, granted, it is solo, but
kills are good. Oh, we got Blink.
Oh, no one! Little Twinkle Toes, man. Used to play mid. Now he's killing it. Off lane, able to escape. And meanwhile, back towards the mid lane, Ramses gets brought down super low.
Well, no one walked back into them.
Oh my god, what's happening? What is going on? No one's going to drop down also up on the top side of the map. As you said, just walking back into them, and they take down 3.
I guess he thought that maybe they were going to start heading back the other way.
I guess, yeah.
They did not.
They're having a really good game right now. Mudgolems feel like they're firing on all cylinders.
That was completely 3-3 by the looks of it as well in the drow. I didn't catch that as I was watching top, but I mean, he did like 90% of the damage. Just walking the drow down to her death.
Yeah.
And now they're stuck waiting for a potential Lina eggs to maybe try and blow someone up, but Skyder's just going to be like way too far.
Yeah, he is having a great game. Actually, he's going back for the Sanjin Yasha now instead of the BKB, it looks like. So interesting.
Feels like this Aegis as well as a couple of these items have now given them that confidence to actually like commit to the Radiant side of the map and not just like take the fight and stall out for more farm and allow 404 to sort of farm their way back into it. Now, territory is being lost. The double BKB just feels completely like unwinnable team fights for 404 right now unless they somehow manage to bring down these 2 heroes before the BKBs. But Ravage will just do nothing here now, right?
Yeah.
So now no one's useless.
Yeah, dude, that Meteor Hammer though, right? Like,
Hey, he hit some heroes.
I don't know. I mean, I guess there still is the possibility of catching them like off guard and doing a quick blink ravage. Like if you can get it out in time, you know, there's always that possibility. But I get what you mean. It feels really tough for that to matter.
It's difficult because you're in this situation and both your left drag and your drow also feel the need to buy BKBs, which they probably do need at this moment. But like, when is your next like chance of taking a good fight? Unless you just need kind of a little mini miracle, right? You need one of these big blow-ups to happen off of this ravage.
As a gamer, you know how frustrating it can be when you experience a slow or inconsistent.
Diba yung just error versus mad, click mo lang siya isang left click para makita natin yung galaw sa mapa. Makikibalita na lang tayo sa minimap.
Bingung aja.
Vin, coba predik lu, siapa tahu menang Betis. Kalau gue predik gue win rate kayak total kemenangan Hotman Paris, udah tajir.
Yakıyoruz. Boleh. Aç. Дороги. Касты ключик слышно. Улица касточек. Атасарс. Эророс варто. Атака карсыч. Царицерага суулгуу. That's
want to create your own
Radiant team, Dire team pick.
Life Stealer. The Undying waits.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Morphling.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Challenge.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Beastmaster.
Dire team pick.
Tied up.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Ancient apparition.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Sky Wrath Mage.
I
Choose
speak
your
for the
hero.
trees.
Like stealing candy from a baby. And no
I'll
longer
tear
is a
limb
baby.
from limb.
Prepare for battle.
Who wants cookies? Well, too bad.
Thank you so much as we head through the little pub doors there and get ready for this easy 2-0. Trent, how you doing?
I shall not.
Pour me a tall glass of Shadow Shaman, please.
Oh, I don't want to. It's not good.
I believe it's quite venomous, in fact. Haven't seen this hero in a little while in like a lot of the Western scenes. I know James was playing it a ton in China. I swear, like every time I was tuning into half the tournaments there, and then everyone else kind of started dabbling with it. So he's been like fairly common in a position 4 over there. But I personally haven't seen very much of it in Europe or NA. But I mean, hey, the hero still has snakes and Hex. Like, I feel like the most common time we see him is the Hex versus like one of the spirits, right? That's a typical thing.
Yeah.
But you're getting that same value here versus the Lifestealer.
Absolutely. That's sort of going to be the hallmark of what they want to do is jump in there with the Shadow Shaman, find that lockdown, and then set up for a kill. Already we're getting a little bit of a battle. 3-3 able to sneak on over there and get that rune, but it looks like it's going to be a trade-off of 2 runes apiece. The thing that I'm really curious about, though, is like what the hell's going to happen in the mid game. To me, this 4-4 draft feels like it has to be really high tempo, make a ton of things happen with the Nature's Prophet, and then just snowball.
I do think the fights are a little bit weird, though. Like, I know what you mean, but like also they're gonna have Tombstone, potentially Snakes, and Treants,
right?
All like running around these team fights, and they theoretically might get into double Tombstone later on, but we'll see if Smail opts that direction. But there's a lot of units that you have to deal with as Mudgolems, and I don't really think you can handle them.
It's true. Yeah, that's definitely one side of it. There's going to be like, you know, some boars going around, things like that, but that's really going to be the big question mark to me is like, it does feel like if you get a roar and then an ice blast onto almost any of these heroes, they're likely going to be going down.
For sure, especially with the Mystic Flare,
so we'll see.
right? This was like, when Skywrath came out, there was like 2 combos. It was like Beastmaster Skywrath Mage and Clockwork Skywrath Mage.
Yeah.
And you just, you look for those kills roaming around starting at like 10 minutes or so. So yeah, I do think it has snowball potential on the Radiant side as well. Even though Morphling is like a hard carry, like you have this position 1 and the Nature's Prophet, and we have seen these Morphlings that kind of pop off early, just if they have a lot of room that they can play around. And I do think this looks like one of those games. So it should be good. It kind of makes me think of Game 3 in Liquid versus Na'Vi, where we just had nonstop battles for the first 10 minutes.
Right.
I could kind of see that situation occurring here if the laning stage starts to break down, like if the tide starts to force people out or anything. But we might get this like anchored pair up top like last game, with the tide and the Lifestealer just doing their thing and everyone else just clumping bottom. Yeah,
well, and I feel like Nature's Prophet is much more likely to want to play in that type of a game too. When chaos is happening, he can either go for equalizing the tide of the number of people that are in a lane, or simultaneously go for some split push shenanigans, keep the pressure on, all that good stuff. So I'm curious to see how Ramses plays on this position 1 NP.
His most important thing is to watch for the TPs. I think that's super valuable when you're playing as Nature's Prophet, right? Because he wants to know, like let's say Tide and Shaman dive the Lifestealer and someone TP's top. Well, now that's going to open a potential tower take on mid or bottom, right? You just want to try and make it so that you can have more numbers than your opponent by forcing that initial TP. It's like the laning stage where you don't want to be the first mover. Nature's Prophet can kind of bring that later on into the tower sieging part of the game.
Very interesting. And like that's something that obviously is really important to keep your eyes on with the Beastmaster as well. Like if you leave the lane as NP and you leave a Beastmaster Shaman there, Skywrath Mage there, they're also going to be able to take your tower likely. So things to watch out for is nice little double or triple stack actually going on here on this hard camp down bottom, as we see a little bit of a pull up there top lane as well. But there is a slight battle going on. They're able to deny out one whole wave and then pushes back under the Mudgolem's tower now. Yeah,
it might be a level 3 solo tombstone potentially here.
Okay.
Might be thinking like, that's a lot of creeps.
Man, and look at mid matchup. We haven't talked about it at all, but Sumail 9-1 versus Bornea right now at 14-6 on the Snapfire. It's a really good game.
Yeah, Snap is surprisingly good in the mid lane. Annoying tools for wave clear between the Cookie and the Scatterblast, also giving you some kill potential. Really good attack animation. Just feels good, right? Fast projectile speed and everything.
Yeah.
And decent damage. I mean, sitting at 900 HP, and they have the same damage right now.
It's kind of crazy. Zayat comes on over, trying to secure a rune, and it looks like that one was down bottom, where Solo picked up and said, weren't able to quite get the jump onto the...
Arcane might save him, too.
Decay still chasing. Milan gets some extra vision. And Solo is going to manage to escape. And Scarith Mage double null tally, but no mana.
Yeah, on the one hand, you force him all the way back to base, and you popped all his stick charges, but yeah, losing all your own mana is, well, time for the tower.
Yeah, Milan just gives it up. It's going to kill himself to the tower there. Bottom Mango and a Quelling Blade of all things, actually. Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, nice. Good call. That was a really smart one to grab with how much gold he had left.
Fada, meanwhile, up top, gets caught here by the shackles, tries to regen up through it afterwards. Very similar to what we saw in game number 1.
It's exactly the same, dude, with the edge. If he had gotten first blood off of that again, that would have been wild. Unfortunately, this time it goes in the favor of 404, as Zides is going to get back and grab the bounty rune here, so not quite as good. Speaking of which, also the exact same ward as game 1.
Yeah, and they didn't manage to get the D ward onto it. Milan down on the bottom side is chasing Solo yet again. This one's looking like it might end up coming into the favor of Milan as the chase down is there. Soul Rip Decay has 5 stick charges still, and it looks like he's going to use them, but ends up dying nonetheless.
With the Sky Wrath, risk of
very well played.
Beastmaster, yeah, still laning, still farming, and the board's just helping out.
I will say, Beastmaster not nearly having as good of a game as the Tidehunter right now. Zayat's going to try and TP away. Does manage to get out of there.
Yeah, Zayat's is taking all the heat. He's constantly at low HP. He's the one duking it out, and no one is just hanging out with level 2 Kraken Shell. Backstroking, relaxing.
Yeah, it's interesting, because, like, definitely ahead in terms of last hitting, but in terms of experience, Beastmaster's right there with him. It's not like 3-3 is getting completely zoned out of lane or anything like that. It's just slow on his Necro book.
Yeah, and the Milan's also been gone a lot bottom too, though. So
are fortified.
Whereas, like, I feel like no one's actually been sharing a decent chunk of his XP. Although Zayat, I guess, with his smoke is also only level 3, as they are looking to get in behind here. Nice scan. Caught this movement, just clipped it here. They're going for the tombstone kill early.
Yeah, and the rotation coming over from Ramses, that's going to be more than enough to take him down. See if he buys back like game number 1. Likely not. But you never know.
Not this time, I think.
Doesn't have the gold, sorry, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower.
Well, that's a tower take right there. Nice rotation with the Nature's Prophet. This is what you got to abuse, and goes for the morph into the sky for that slow, but not enough follow-up damage.
Fata gonna get caught as Tango, but no way to get through as they've got full control. Zayat secures the kill for Sumail.
Also bought a Quelling Blade to use all his unreliable gold at least.
Nice.
Yeah, getting in there. I think he might have gotten that tombstone. It's hard to tell.
Top lane now. They should go in and take down no one. The rotation coming from the Snapfire gets the kill.
Yeah, that was needed.
This high tempo draft that we're seeing from 404, how do you try and sort of keep the pressure off of your Mudgolems?
Well, they don't have very good wave clear. Neither of the supports have wave clear. Beastmaster's wave clear is like kind of weird. It's like it's not that good when there's someone contesting it, right? He can push waves really well because his boars and everything, but if the enemy team is there and they just like, you know, nuke your boars or something, then it's kind of over.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they kind of need big commitments with Mortimer Kisses, and they just used it versus the Tide, so I'm not sure if they can stop this. I think they just lose their top tier 1 and they need to start thinking about a potential trade, which is exactly what no one's trying to go bottom to deny.
Right. 3-3 putting whatever pressure he possibly can on right now. Summons the bird as well to get some vision back behind the tower, but as you said, no one making the slow.
Attack.
I mean, I feel like you just forfeit this if you don't go aggressive. Like, if Milan wants to try and make a play, but he's probably scared that there's a sentry around, and he is correct. There's one right by that camp that they're pulling.
Yeah. Yeah, playing it safe, and in the meantime, Lifesteal here just gonna cut the wave and try and kill it off before they can really make any type of play. Even gonna rage for that one.
It looked like they tried to double stack the wave by pulling it into the single pull of the camp and wait for their next one or something. A little unnecessary.
Skinner now, I mean, he's just sort of chilling, waiting for you know, any possible rotations to help him out if things get too dicey. But it doesn't really look like right now they want to commit on 404. Maybe one downside to this draft.
Oh, they're going for the kill bottom, but there's not enough mana for the roar. He just gets the mana. He ticked into it.
And the Ravage comes out, able to interrupt the Mortimer's Kiss. Down so low. That's both ultis used. Oh no.
Let me just check the range on that Kisses there. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's not alright. No, I mean, I can't. That was just an excellent play by no one to recognize that he was going to be close enough for that.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah.
That's a big bummer for the Golems. That was like their one way they can stop pushes, and they couldn't even get that one to link up with the roar kill.
Right.
Yeah, this is happily showing up like that.
This is a huge problem. They need their level 6s. Like, it feels like the team fight potential, particularly when Ravage is down, is so low on 404, but they just have, like you mentioned, all these bodies, all these, like, summons that just completely demolish Mudgolems right now.
They're so frustrating in the early game, too. Oh,
Yeah.
Zayats. I just come back my 10-minute bounty rune. Oh, no.
Oh, no. And he's going to drop here as the Rage. Right-click comes through for the kill. And in the meantime, does look like they're going to steal away a stack of Ancients, though, on the side of 404. This is spotted out by the Beastmaster. Not really much he can do about it. Oh.
AA's still smoked here. Checking out that Morphling's HP. 7 strength, huh? Sky, Milan, we got something here?
Just thinking about it. Thinking about it. Sumail. Waveforms just into it. He got hit. Is it going to be enough?
Yeah, just the debuff, but no. Do not morph strength. Do not morph strength. No matter how tempting it is.
Nonetheless, they do manage to force them away, but a 3,000 gold lead right now. 4-4. And 3-3. Picking up that Necro Book, going next for the Blink Dagger. Scouts out the Tidehunters in the area, but they're pressuring top. Drop down Snakes, ready to go.
And look at this, like they just leave, but I don't think they can deal with this, right? They have Glyph, but is that worth it? Well, I guess it is worth because it's a tier 1 anyway, so they're just gonna let it get down low enough, then Glyph, and then deny.
Wow.
Then Glyph!
Dire's top tower.
Oh god, I thought he missed it. Oh my god, I know that tree got it. That was so ballsy. They had Glyph, right? I'm not crazy. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, I think so too. Zion's here.
God.
Getting down really low, but not dying yet to the Frostbite. Will go down. Fada gonna TP out. Sumail also died to that.
Yeah,
so
he was
managed
duking
to
it out with
kill.
the Skywrath after.
All right, 2 quick kills and a turnaround coming from Mudgolems.
Wow, what a 30 seconds there. I mean, the deny and then turning into a double kill like that. Big wins. God, I can't believe he went for that without glyphing. That was so scary.
He just knows.
He's too good. 3-3's got that precision.
It just slows him down.
Swipes of Skriog's talons.
Well, Nature's Prophet going to be going for a very early Orchid. Has it here, 12 minutes along with the Blightstone. And this is a problem right now for Mudgolems. Sort of speaking to the reason why you saw this just like insta-picked at the end there. It is such a strong item in this game. If you can catch the Lifestealer before he gets Rage off, all these things.
Yeah, that is quite worrisome. The big answer, once again, just like game 1, I think is the Aghanims on the Snapfire, though. That's what they're building everything towards. They will not connect to Ice Blast this time.
Oh!
Yeah, it's level 1. I have no faith in level 1 Mortimer Kisses.
Yeah.
It's just been nerfed too much.
It's an Ice Blast, a Mystic Flare, and Mortimers, and they didn't get the kill. But Zayat's now gonna get the Rage, chase down, drops wards.
And they got stacks on stacks here for Borneo. Look at this. Look at that Scatter Blast. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
So they pop the Snakes up on the top side, and they don't get anybody. And 4 heroes up there on the north side, while the rest of Mudgolems is farming.
I'm just watching them do stacks, yeah.
Okay.
No cares, top. Yeah, I don't know how that went down.
It wasn't good. But you can see right now, just Aaron trying to push the tempo, and again, Sumail gets caught.
Dire's structures are
Wow.
Mystic Flare into the Ice Blast.
Radiant's
Very nice.
bottom tower is under attack.
Go. That's a problem. Can't keep losing them. Orchid into the silence afterwards. Milan, Ravage is going to come out. It only connects onto one of them. And now the chase forward, looking for more. Could send in Skidder if they wanted, but
Do they want to fight this?
Gonna go for it. They don't have to.
Hey, Beastmaster's like bottom. He's like, no, this is not the play, guys. Give me some time.
Can they defend the tier 2 though?
Dire's top tower
I don't
is
think
under
so.
attack.
Yeah.
The trees are just too strong.
A lot of discipline being shown right now by Mudgolems. They will throw out that Ice Blast just to get a little bit of extra pressure back the other direction. But this sort of slow roll of continuous tower push coming from 404 is hard to deal with. Still less than 1,000 gold lead, roughly.
Yeah, they need to get that outpost back before 20 minutes, though. Right? That's it almost feels like the new snowball mechanic, right? When you lose your outpost and you don't get that 20-minute XP bonus, and the enemy team does, that one really hurts. It's typically around that Roche fight as well.
Yeah. Which can make all the difference in the world.
All right, time to smoke, though. We got eggs.
Let's do it.
Snapfire time.
Tower is under attack.
They did just use Ice Blast again. VODS been doing really good.
The combos have been constructed lately with Snapfire.
Okay.
As there's more and more of this Aghanim's going. We've seen the IO. That's a very common one.
Right.
I've seen it played as you can stop the relocate back by gobbling up. You can also shoot in a pre-relocating IO, so then you're just instantly pulled back out. That's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah, that one's really weird. And then there we go. That's a nice toss in. The creep toss in.
Sumail afterwards, he's going in, gets the Aegis. Still a lot of damage. He already used his waveform, but there's nothing else afterwards. Ice Blast back up again. Do they want to use it? Sumail not going to.
3-3. He's in there with the infest.
The back lines. Zayad's going to get caught. Ice Blast going to connect onto no one, just barely. It did not, but they still have him under fire. Right clicks coming through. Ravage not for 25 more seconds. Trying to TP out, but it's not going to happen. So they get the Aegis, but lose a couple heroes for the trouble.
Kind of feels like they called their bluff with the Ravage not being back. It's really well timed from Mudgolems, but to know that that's not there, that is a very aggressive maneuver from 3-3, even if he has the infest inside. They must have been very confident that the Ravage wasn't back.
Radiant structures.
And that could have gone quite a bit worse. But yeah, no, what I was getting at though is like, what's the big play for the Ags in this game? And once again, we have the Lifestealer throw in, but we don't really have this Earth Spear, right? We have an AA and a Sky, so that kind of sends the pressure onto 3-3, which makes me wonder if this Blink is part of that deal. Because I've seen this sometimes where you send in somebody who just instantly blinks out. Because they're just like, this isn't worth it, you know?
Yeah.
It was just like, at least blink to a better position.
Right.
You know, maybe he can just drop his, he's like a bomber. They just send him in, he drops his Necros and he blinks out.
I like it. Yeah.
Now we get
Sky hook him away. He's like Batman.
Yeah, summon some units.
Dire are scanning.
That's what Batman does.
Sounds about right, I think.
Well, 4 to 8. Not a ton of kills in this one. It's been much more around just pushing out lanes, taking down these towers time after time. And the other thing to watch for is like Sumail potentially just randomly losing this Aegis to an Ice Blast or something like that.
Yeah, how's
he
their
doesn't even have the...
They have a ward here and a ward there, as you're pointing out. So yeah, it is definitely possible. Like they know, for example, that he's at that camp right now.
Yeah. And all you need is just like Milan in the area, and it's a chance.
They might even smoke for it. Typically, you don't ever want to smoke into the Aegis, but it wouldn't be that bad.
They know right where he's coming back to. They're like, he's going to push this one wave, and then he's afterwards going to go back the other direction.
Yeah, because
and they see Sumail. Oh man, they absolutely know. Jumps inside.
I bet he nailed it first. Oh, he didn't do it!
Oh, he didn't even
failed me, Sumail.
Oh my god.
I thought he had it.
Well, it happens.
King's not back to mid yet. King's coming.
He's gonna get there.
The king is on the pace.
Wait, they do have rounders though.
That's what we'll go with.
Cookie away. Tries to live. Oh yeah, jumps out of there. Meteor Hammer is not gonna land. Ravage used, nothing gained. Literally nothing.
Literally.
Okay. I'm a little bit concerned for 404 right now.
Baby, and no longer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Baby.
It's a couple ravages that have been missing, and as you mentioned, having this ward in the area, they now see everybody, and Skidder just blows up Zayat.
And nearly into his Manta.
Oh no. Switches over. Manta mid lane. Sumail trying to bring him down. Will find. Oh, there's Mudgolem! Catches him! Oh, it doesn't quite. It didn't get the debuff. Good waveform away. Cookie catches onto one. Tombstone down. Solo trying to live. Meanwhile, Silence onto Snapfire, but they blow up the Undying. They're just scrappy with it.
Yeah, and Sumail is still just with a level 1 on the morph, so no short cooldown for team fights and everything. He's maxed out everything else instead. Don't really think he wants back into anything at the moment. I haven't seen him grab Rage much this game either. Like, he's trying to go for the offensive capabilities, but it might be something that we see a little bit more often hitting the mid and the late game is him trying to get that Life Stealer. But it can be hard because a lot of the times by the time you see Life Stealer, there's already these Sons of Initiation out from the Infest. The Zayats, oh, he almost gets caught again. Oh, they see him.
No. Got the Hex onto one, but okay. That's not what I was expecting. Ramses will try and chase down Snapfire here as the silence wears off and Cookie is available if she wants to try and escape. Jump down to the low ground. Waveform through. Gets vision. No, not quite.
He tried. He tried the next level play.
It's a cool move.
Yeah, I don't know about the snakes. I'm not sure. Was he... Maybe he thought he'd get the ward trap on the Beastmaster?
Yeah.
He doesn't have phase.
The seeds
are what it was.
Turns out you can actually right-click your way out. So...
Not a huge concern. Definitely.
It's mine.
Interesting. So 20 minutes in, they did not manage to get that other outpost back on the side of Mudgolem. So XP is going to be favoring a little bit there at least. 404, but...
That hurts.
You know, we'll have to see. More final.
1,750 XP.
He went for a Blink Dagger on Sumail.
Oh, he had the E-Blade queued up, so he must have just bought that.
Huh.
He's looking to fight, I guess, right? He wants to actually make use of his morph, I take it, when he turns level 16. Take the point, and then try and get good copies, cover himself from the Ancient Seal with that Manta. This is super aggressive.
Yeah. No Morbid Mask, just Manta Blink Morphlane. It's
can't lifesteal when you're frostbitten, you see.
That's true. That's a good point.
He's on the next level stuff. He's like, they're gonna hit me. Yeah.
I like that idea a lot. That's great. Well, a smoke up now. We'll see how useful it is. I mean, the danger that I keep on thinking about with this, though, is like, so often the initiation starts on 404 because they have the vision advantage with the, you know,
Ramses
the hawk.
BKB. Oh, that hurts. Oh, they're just gonna run away. Oh no. All right, now the Regoose. Now go back in with the BKBs out.
Yeah.
With the Snapfire eggs. Oh yeah. Oh, he already ate.
Dude.
Oh, Sumail.
Oh my.
Oh, that was close.
The hawk.
Yeah, that hawk is scary with the snap eggs.
It's just so much vision, and like, it happens so quickly. They're gonna pressure this top tower. It looks like now.
Hey, you know what was good? That blink there. That got him out of there.
That's true.
Under attack.
The savior. Maybe that is the play. You can just blink out regardless, because like,
I don't think.
Instant
I mean, I guess it is faster than a lot of other options.
What's their instant disable in this game? It's like silence, right? From Milan, so you can get out of that one.
Top tower is under attack.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to cancel blinks from a distance from them as well.
Well, we'll have to see. I guess the other thing would be like Life Stealer jumping out with 3/3 or whatever, or of whoever. But regardless. Like I said, 22 minutes, 1,000 gold lead. Not an easy path to sort of claiming objectives for either team. It can get scary very quickly.
Yeah, that earlier snowball potential from the Radiants kind of cooled off a little bit. They actually have like items and abilities to deal with the big swarm now. Feels like they're the ones who are in control. Just like, again, the vision game, it means that it's also very good defensively when you're using the goblet, right? Oh, the Ravage. Again, it's on to just one, unfortunately. I think he was hoping for catch a few more big fishies up on that hill.
Take that, Milan. Get the hell out of my game.
Get out of my game.
I mean, they got him. They can't say that they didn't. It's going to be some damage onto the tier 2 here as well. Well, they actually just have to back out. God, they can't even get Roche or anything. Oh,
There's not even any voice lines from them, so it's just kind of awkwardly silent as they walk away from this threat. no one's tipping or, throwing out the
Yeah, no laughing, no nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. If that was on land, it would have sounded about exactly the same.
Right.
It would have been like, okay, yeah.
That is a good point, because I feel like this 404 team is a team that chat wheels when they're feeling good. I don't know why. It strikes me as the players. I don't know. Regardless, BKBs are next on the docket.
Oh, send them in.
Oh, okay. BKB get out of there. And he will be able to escape. Meanwhile, Sumail.
Yeah, doesn't even want to manta that. He's like, I'm good.
Do you have anything to purge haste runes? So, yeah. Looking for a pick off?
With the cookies done, can he do this?
Sumail is crazy.
Yeah, I don't think there was a morph kill there. Well, especially with that many heroes, obviously.
Dire's middle tower is under
3-3
attack.
wants to chase, thinks better of it, gets vision with the Hawk. It's like, I'm at 4,000 HP, this is my happy place.
Yep.
They still have vision over here. Oh my god. Sumail. Oh no! Oh no! Sumail! Roar comes out! Oh! Wait for him! Off to the side, that gets him away.
Oh my god.
Wait, have they overcommitted? Sai, war trapping him. Nice play, they're all caught up to the side. Cookie tries to get him out of there, but Ramses follows up on the backside. Great combo coming out from 404. He's able to get the Falling Blade away. In the end, it is the Snapfire kill, which is pretty nice. And then Roche. That was huge.
Yeah, that was so close to just being a dead morph. He was morphing at you, wasn't he? When they first initiated? I swear he was dropping so low there.
Yeah.
And now 3-3 with the blink. Temptation. It stirs within him.
Oh.
You got the Hawk vision.
Another ice flash coming in. Oh, the cheese left. Yeah, they got him. They're fine.
Oh, regret.
3-3. Where were you? I guess he didn't have Roar. If he had Roar, he'd definitely go in.
Yeah, he didn't have TP either. I mean, obviously there's a few too many heroes anyways. Let's be real.
I can trade. Don't you take this away.
Wow, how did you not suicide for our amusement? Come on, 3-3. Get your head in the game.
Dude, these scans that they keep on hitting are gnarly. Like, what is that? How do you do this?
Like steel.
Oh, you can't cut it.
Sam help?
Oh, it's too late.
Oh, that Manta hurt him.
Oh my god, he's crying for this Basher right now.
Yeah, he is.
Please.
Still though, BKB charge used. Like, just trying to split push randomly, and Ramses gets caught out like that.
Look at Sumail right now. 7 strength. Well, it's base strength. Now down to 2. He's rocking 720 HP.
This guy's a madman.
He really is.
But that's the Aegis. This ward, again, getting really good vision. They spot out Sumail. And we'll find a Mindbreaker. Doesn't send it back. Yeah, he's sticking just with right now the Nether Shawl on the Morph. Which makes sense.
He wants that blow up with the E-Blade as it comes out.
Yeah. Alright, so Sumail got way more dangerous now. And with the 4,000 gold lane, things looking better for 404.
I wonder who's taking the orb? NP? Okay, NP's taking the orb. I was wondering if it might be worth it for Tide, but Tide wants the quickening charm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But there's so many units, like the AoE minus armor seems kind of sick. For like just clearing out a lot of summons.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that they kind of have so much AoE already, a couple of these heroes, that it's going to happen naturally as well. But I get what you mean. Speaking of which, Ramses again pushing up the top lane while 3-3 tries to clear it out. Has the Necrobook level 3 done along with the medallion.
You know, I'm finding that this Meteor Hammer Tide is kind of growing on me when it comes to the mid game.
Yeah.
I like that you can just like hammer the wave, give it an anchor smash, and just go back out of vision. Look around low for the XP range or whatever, but just like stay off the map as Tide and say, we'll get the finish. No, the cheese in time.
Damn.
Was that? No. Okay, I thought that might have been passed over for a second. That would have been dope. But yeah, nice save.
And Ramses not having to use the BKB, but as you said, using the cheese definitely hurts there.
True. But I guess if he used BKB, he would have just died, so.
Right, yeah. It's also true. So, interesting stuff here. As Dota chat wheel message missing hero, G.
Ah, that's the problem. Now we know.
Yeah.
Now we know why they're not chatting it up.
As they're just waiting for the all good to go again. But yeah, still very slight lead. Like, as we get later into this game, you know, Morphling always seems so terrifying of a hero to go up against. But at the same time, they got this Ancient Apparition. So I'm not sure exactly how to rate this.
Yeah, you start moving into, like, execution, right? You know, if we hit the Ice Blast, is the fight just over? And Sumail looking towards that Lincoln's next as well, probably just concerned about the eventual, the Roar, the potential from the Skywrath Mage, potential Abyssal later on. There's lots of reasons to hate it. Even just the Halberd from Skeeter could cause him some issues.
Yeah, it's really problematic. The one thing that I would say is that, like, every fight, it feels like, has kind of gone the way of Mudgolems, except for that one that was over in this area. And that was mainly because of, like, an overextension from Mudgolems. And I guess that's just naturally going to be the case when you have the vision advantage.
And yet they're still down, you know, 2K.
Right. Yeah. It feels like they're really good on 404 of, like, even when they lose fights, never giving up that much on the map. They're still always getting something out of it.
How much health does Milan have? 1,200? He's a prime target for Sumail. Sumail does get the multiple lifesteal now. He's going to dive in right deep onto Milan with that rage. Says, you can't do anything. This is why I don't need a BKB.
Easy peasy. And the silence comes afterwards. Manta, walk away, coming from the lifestealer. So no Skywrath Mage in this one. The ward's not that close. Over on the other side, no one. Tries to chase down Bornea. Going to get caught. A ton of damage coming out. Mana is going to land. He's in trouble. Sumail, down to 500 HP, does have that Ice Blast still on him, but there's no follow-up.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, that is a little bit of an issue, though. The lack of mana that you have when you're swapping back and forth like that. He must have just been kind of low, though. I feel like he burned through a lot there. Oh, maybe the Beastmaster got him.
That could be.
I'm not sure. No, because the Necros were up top, so never mind. It couldn't have been. Yeah, I'm not sure.
They're looking. Keep this pressure going. Up on the high ground here, forces out the Glyph, and 3-3 has to come back home. Skitter off on the other side also. You do kind of have to wonder, how do you hold this now? I guess the Ice Blast is going to be back up again. So that's the danger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We do have a minute left on this Aegis. As you mentioned earlier, no more cheese on this round. Catch Sumail again. Not quite, but does get solo.
The seeds of hope.
Yeah, it's really scary. Whatever.
A lot of blanks.
Aegis.
What is Barania holding? Oh, just a creep. Okay.
DD bottled up now for Sumail as well.
We got a smoke? Well, we got one on solo.
Oh,
thinking they want to smoke.
The siege creep saw him though.
They're
They
still
shouldn't know
smoking.
about this. Vision game's weird here. Radiant have an observer ward down, and Dire have a sentry in the area.
Oh, he's going for the
down.
kill.
4 step away, fought a fine. 3-3 in trouble though. Has Blink back up in a second. And Blink's not where he wants to be. Oh, can he get out of there in time? Meanwhile, Sumail takes down the Snapfire. They find poor old Beastmaster in the trees. And the jumping from Milan tries to blow up one. Not going to happen. They just lost 3 heroes.
That Morphling did 2,700 damage in the span of 5 seconds. With that DD just jumping on that Snapfire.
Double buyback. Ice Blast 10 seconds away. They don't have Glyph. They got to hold on here, but there's so much pressure coming out. Milan moving forward, cannot afford to die back. They still have Blink Ravage. You got to be incredibly careful about the chase down that comes. Sumail, DD rune is going to wear off. Lifestealer walking in. Blink Ravage is available.
Otto's looking for the hidden ult.
Oh, nice chase. Good jump away. And with that...
Oh, he wants the value meteor hammer.
Dude, are they really going to stick around through this? I guess full mana on Morphrey now, and has rage available. Catapult moving in. Ice Blast going to land onto one. Not going to connect. Waveform blinks. 3-3's the one that gets jumped. Ravage doesn't hit onto anybody. but they still take down Milan.
Bail.
I mean, they're sticking around. They're not afraid. They're even sticking for the Meteor Hammer. So 14,000 gold lead as they just take a whole lane of Rex, and there's just nothing Mudgolems can do to stop this.
Actual zoning ravage.
Yeah.
They couldn't find the sync up that they needed between the Goblet firing along with the Ice Blast that you kind of want. And I think that comes down to that blink. Look, there it is again on Sumail, right? He saw it coming.
Good play. That's the answer.
Yeah, it's like the Sven eggs.
Kind of wait for him through. This guy's crazy. Ice Blast afterwards, able to dodge right for the moment, but not close enough. He will eventually fall. 90 seconds on the sideline. Does have buyback. Zayat's trying to juke away. He does have his blink dagger out now as well, so they end up only finding 2 kills unless Ramsey's able to barely get out of there.
Jeez.
Yet again.
Yeah.
The rest of Icarus's allies will escape here. And Sumail went a little bit too wild. And 1 minute left till a potential Roche spawn, so Sumail will just be coming back then. Should probably be all right for 4-4.
Yeah, this is quite the lead right now for them. And I'm just kind of struggling to see, like, what is your initiation at this point for Mudgolems? Like, it feels like you need, like, a Shadow Blade or something on Beastmaster. I don't know.
You kind of hope that you bait one of the squishier supports, and that creates a unblinkable situation where you send in with the Snapfire. Because currently your only initiation is Gobble Up, and this blink is really good versus it.
Yeah.
It is kind of ruining it. Especially when you have it on 3 of your heroes, and then the other heroes an Undying and a BK being Nature's Prophet.
Right. You just don't care. Yeah, you need that, like, initial jump, which, you know, had been the Skywrath, but as we mentioned, doesn't have that, like, initial damage. Maybe, like, Blink Mystic Flare, but then, I don't know. Big question for me, is Sumail going to buy BKB? He didn't last game. I don't think it's as important here.
Needs it.
Yeah.
I think, like, the blink lets him utilize the morph off of the life stealer, and then he can blink to his target that he actually wants to while he has the rage stolen.
Right. It's like, it's the more elegant build, you know, going for, like, BKB is just like this sort of, as we're going to see no one possibly go down here. Ice Blast not going to connect, but they do have the Hex. Chase, run through, Cookie, just dead. Chase time for more. Can they get anybody else?
Oh, the Stolen Goblet! Send him in!
Oh my god, trying to break the TP, wasn't quite there in time. And haste and run away. Mortimer's on his hind legs out of there. Sumail trying to chase.
Oh, look at that dragon go!
Run away!
Oh man, I don't know if I've actually seen a Morphling get Goblet before. I feel like I haven't gotten to see this happen. This is excellent.
Morphling's such a silly hero.
Oh, I love it. He's Carry Rubik, man. This was the best chain. This is the best rework I've seen in Dota.
Yeah,
this hero's way cooler. Remember when you just used to like copy someone and then you were on the other side of the map and you could replicate to it? Oh, that was so lame. It was just like an annoying ratting hero.
That was so fun. I missed that.
It was fun having the 100% damage, or like it was like normal damage, right? So you could copy Bristleback and just be unkillable.
Dire's middle barracks.
That was kind of good.
Great.
Candy from a baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my little thing here about the Morphling Blink though versus the BKB. It feels like it's like that more elegant solution, right? It's like, you know, normally people are just like, all right, we're gonna go for the simple solution of just get BKB and we're strong and talented. So I was like, no, I'm gonna outplay you, and that's how it's gonna work. But then things like this happen, and you just get hit by an Ice Blast. It's like, oh god, don't kill me. Doesn't need to worry about it.
Oh, no one knows.
Immortality.
I think I'd be lurking around here. So what did they end up getting? Cheese and oh, they got the eggs.
He took the eggs.
Yeah, let's go. Double Tombstone, double TP.
Think that's better than like Rage?
I mean, frankly, the best thing just kind of feels like the cast range.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the open wounds is gonna be ridiculous. Bonus range on Goblet, nice. Wait, oh my god, that's actually super broken. Because it'll give him the plus 600 on the actual snatching, so he can save from a really far distance when he copies Snapfire.
God.
That's actually crazy. He's gonna like pull people out of like, I don't even know, like roars and stuff. Either way, they're double tombstoning. Double tombstoning's pretty nuts.
Oh my god, the jump in. Good rage coming out from the Life Stealer, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They catch, they hex, they shackle. Everybody is dying, and right now, 404, showing why this team was hyped up. Rip jumps through afterwards. Disarm, trying to take him down. Fata switching back over to the Decay again. He has so much strength right now, trying to turn on Skitter. But Skitter finding a bash. Does he have any extra damage? They don't have anything really left in the tank. Infest out afterwards. Skitter versus the world. Can he make it happen? Gobble up afterwards, chases down, finds himself the Shadow Shaman. Everybody is so low. They did burn through one round of that Aegis at the very least. And now, waveform, chases, gets the kill. Fada, 5 seconds away, needs to 4-step up to the high ground, but they get the finish. The disarm is there, but it will not matter. They're very, very tanky, very hard to kill the Life Stealer, but everybody else is just fresh meat for Sumail, who finds them all, kills them all. GG called. We're going to game number 3.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's it kind of felt like this was going to eventually happen in game 1 at some times because of how long the game was dragging out where like they weren't getting a significant advantage on Mudgolems, and it wasn't quite there. But then when that axe came out on the Snapfire, the game slowly turned more and more in their favor. They eventually closed out all those paths that 404 was farming, and they took the win. Whereas in this game, despite a lot of one fights once again from Mudgolems, they were not able to
Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick. Spectre. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Sand stands ready.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team ban.
Nightmare. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Earth Spirit.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Disruptor.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Omni Knight.
Dire team ban.
Beastmaster.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team. Radiant team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Spirit.
You may now select your heroes.
Testing, testing, testing. Hello. Hey. Woo.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Thank you so much, Zyori, and the wonderful panel out there. Always just the beautiful ideas. Trent, I want you to tell me everything at all except about that one hero, Omni Knight, because I have a lot to say about him in a little bit. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm very much looking forward to the Rubik. I wasn't sure if we were gonna get like a Ramses Beastmaster or something, bring that back. You know, the old classic.
Ooh.
He used to play that in the Safe Lane way back when I remember the first time I started watching him. But no, instead it's no one taking a hero that we've also seen him on before, like even the mid lane to be off lane here. So yeah, hey, it's mid Rubik. I mean, that's definitely what I'm here for, and very much looking forward to see if the Aghanims comes into play. So tell me about Omni and his little rogue knight friend over there.
Well, let me just tell you, man, I have a love affair with Omni Knight going on right now. This is a hero that every single time it comes up, I say something, so I don't get to talk about that often because the hero very rarely gets picked. But I think that he has the best spell in all of Dota attached to the worst hero in all of Dota. Heavenly Grace is just bonkers. Is 12 seconds
we're not talking about
durations.
Degen Aura? Sorry.
No,
okay.
no.
Oh, my bad.
But that paired together with Sven is just, it's monstrosity. You get so much HP, 28 strength, all of that gets, you know, amplifying up the damage that Sven does. I'm really, really liking that combination. I think it's just what they need to beat this 404 squad.
It is a really good Heavenly Grace game. Between like dispelling the Beastmaster ulti, potentially even the Fire Spirits, even if you're not dispelling it, you're still getting the stats resistance, so they're gonna be burning off faster.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the downside to that is that you take the damage faster too, I guess, right? From the spirits. Yeah, no one cares. You get regen to cancel it, it's fine. But yeah, big swinging Sven. That is the plan in this one. I don't know. TGUF sounded pretty convinced that as long as they held out, it turns into a Spectre game and things look good. which I can definitely see happening. I guess my only concern would be like, what if like the Sven and the Ember kind of get like a decent amount of farm,
right?
And we wind up in this like just Spectre and 4 other heroes kind of game, and then if you just get broken, the game, it doesn't really matter how far ahead you are.
Totally, and something that we should keep in mind too is like in the past we looked at the previous games. We don't have a huge sample size, but Just Error, the one game they lost was playing a Spectre against a Sven, and like obviously there was more stuff going on by that. But one of the big things about it was that you end up oftentimes with this 404 team. I feel like with like almost a quad core, everybody's just trying to get a ton of gold, and if you just get like one big bad dude that's, you know, ahead of everybody else and starts being like crazy far ahead, maybe they can sort of hit a timing where they overwhelm 404. We'll have to see how it works out though.
Rough start already for Ramses though. He's like trying to get outside the tower range a little bit here. He's struggling. Oh, this is cute. They're trying to hold the way back from the tower. That was close. They'd almost got back under the tower, but Ramses got back out. They aggroed it on the solo, and they pulled it back here. Nicely done. All right, that definitely saved that wave, because Ramses already missed quite a few under the tower at this point.
Yeah, that could have been way worse. Down bottom, there's also a lot of aggressions of C33 and solo just battling it out. But yeah, down here, no one Zayat against the Sven and Omni Knight. As the panel said, not a whole lot of potential for aggression out of this one, although Fada did level up Purification. So he can, you know, he can be a pretty quick HP trade if things get a little bit testy.
All wands will break.
With the last time that Rubik mid was like fairly popular was back when Rubik had the flat damage reduction as well, not percent like it is now. So that is one tool that's like slightly less valuable now than it used to be, right?
Yeah.
It used to be kind of frustrating when you had the big flat reduction at this earlier point in the game. But yeah, I mean, even now, -10 is not bad.
A really good job. And one thing to watch for, I'm wondering, is if we're going to see that Fade Bolt steals hero damage later on from Sumail. If he goes like sort of a drums treads type of thing, or if that's just like completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's like probably not necessary.
Yeah.
But
it's annoying.
I don't know. Would be interesting.
Roll. Find themselves. Quick jump onto solo. Slow down onto both. Kinetic field is down, but this should be first blood. 3-3 able to draw it.
All right, getting the support, not the core, but you know. Disruptor, unfortunately, not a great 5 in a lot of cases. Offers a lot in the mid and the late game, but laning stage, super vulnerable. The best thing that you can do is take like 2 points in your Thunder Strike and just keep harassing and trying to like win the war that way. But not a great lane for it. Trading that into a Viper is probably not going to go very well for you. And then there's also an Earth Spirit, so when you show to try and cast the Thunder Strike and you get jumped on, you're just dead.
Oh, Ramses in trouble. Rolled on him yet again. They have that Thunder Strike, but the damage coming through needs a couple more punches, and I think they got him. Ramses.
And that's even without the Orb of Venom. It's just the what, Viper?
No.
Why'd he stop?
What's he doing? 3-3. You crazy? I don't know what happened right there. That was super bizarre.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Lacoste. What a guy. Lacoste gets it.
Well, I know the Urn was coming, but what am I missing? Why didn't he keep walking?
Yes, I just did that.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. You thought he was going to die, so he went back for the courier, and he was hoping that he could get, like, the double charge. Yeah. Yeah, so just greed in the end, I guess.
Great waiting for the Urn charge there. Really good stuff. But regardless, we'll see how it ends up working. But boy, you're taking a lot of damage here. Sumail pullback with this DD could be a little bit of trouble. Needs one more punch. It's not enough. 8 HP. Wow.
I mean, even if he doesn't get the kill, though, this is pretty rough. 26-8. He's walking back home. Waves coming into the tower.
Is under attack.
And meanwhile, Milan is also messing with Solo. Probably going to try and stop him from getting this double stack off.
Right.
And then roll back for the bounty rune after. Sumail's trying to deny this. Actually, doesn't even have to deny because it's taking so long for Bornea. Now he's coming back. But Solo, oh, no glimpse. Okay.
That would have been devastating.
It wasn't close enough anyway. He's still only level 2.
Well, so far, it's definitely Sumail winning this lane. All the rest of them are looking slightly favored towards Radiant, though, which is not bad.
I mean, Solo knew that he couldn't even go top because of the Earth Spirit. He can't stack up there right now because he's going to get chased. So he actually just comes down to try and secure this bottom bounty rune and see if he can make a play happen here. But roaming Disruptor level 2 is not where you want to be.
No.
This guy likes to be pulling camps, getting XP, harassing some offlaner and like zoning out a Solo guy or something. But Solo is just Solo on his lonesome here. Looking for a place in this world. Like we all are.
Just scouts out things over the side. What's he doing even? He's just chilling. I guess Father's just walking around too. Can I get a kill down here?
Hey, Father's just waiting to stack this camp. He's just hanging out. He's like, yeah, I gotta spend. But Solo, they can't really stack Ancients with their heroes. There's not really much point. Camps are kind of okay with their heroes. They're not really that great. So, oh man, I feel kind of gross for Solo right now.
Yeah, what's he even gonna
His
do?
past
And, like,
2 minutes has just been waddling around.
and like, it's not even, it's soaking up experience away from no one and Zayas. They don't want him here. Nobody wants Solo. Get the hell out of the lane. Oh, mid lane. Gotta be careful. He's gonna try and help out Sumail. Sumail doesn't want any of it either.
You guys good here? Everything okay? Just come with. Oh, let me help with that creep.
I promise I'll help. Where am I going? He literally has just been walking back and forth. That's it. Oh no. Ooh, it's still
Milan's doing the same thing, and that's keeping Ramsey's back, but not quite the same problems for Skyder down here. He's just fine.
Yeah. They do have the Hawk and scout things out a little bit, but Ramses is he's having an awful game.
This
Dude,
is
what
the
the
game
hell
where
is
I
Solo
see the
actually
streamer
gonna do?
ping the 5.
Like, what is he doing? He can't do anything.
This guy's definitely getting reported if this is matchmaking.
Holy crap. All right, smoke up. They're going to try and make something happen up top, it looks like.
The minute 7 rotation with a level 7.5 Rubik. Woo. This guy's juiced up. Unfortunately, they miss the double stack of the small camp that he was going for, but they're after the level 6 Viper.
Trying to go.
Classic Steel versus Viper.
Remnant in there. Not bad. And that will be enough to get the kill. So, easy pickup, and that buys a little bit of a space for Ramses to try and get some pressure on the tower with the catapult wave.
And yeah, of course, later in the game, we're going to be watching for the Nether Toxin Steel, right? Because Rubik is kind of a classic counter to the Viper because of that, because then you can take away the corrosive skin. But imagine if that ends up kind of messing with Skeeter there on the Sven.
Right.
Like, what if he's just bogged down in some fight and just can't even cleave?
I mean, the problem is that if Sumail gets gone on, I don't know if he has a way out of this in this game. How do you survive a jump from a Sven as a Rubik?
He buys Blink, 100%.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
He has to buy it. It's the only way to deal with it. Supports have to buy it, but such a squishy core. I'd be very surprised if you can get away without it at some point.
Right. Well, they don't have to worry about Solo being level 6 right now, but Sumail in the meantime, stealing this Remnant is really nice. Definitely a little bit of a misplay there by Borneo to give it up to the Sumail.
Yeah, that's pretty frustrating. There's really not a lot you can do, and it's just the rotations are so easy for the hero. And now, under 9 minutes, Sumail gets himself a tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
attack. Timely DD and down bottom, the pressure in the same type of way. No one trying to make it happen. They are going to bring in the Ember, though.
I wonder if he gets this without 2 DDs this game. I feel like he got a lot of tower damage with these DDs.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Radiant's
looks like they're trying to set up for a hot play here. Ramses does have it available. Don't find anybody over in the river, though, or off in the jungle. Ember, the only one that's showing right now in the lane, kills off both of the creeps and then just gets the jump away. So back to the jungle for Ramses again.
Hey, at least he has Iron Talon, or this game is just even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be really bad. It's true.
But yeah, it's so kind of depressing to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not great. Fought it checking for a ward, but was not quite able to spot it. It is on the other side, needs to get over there with the courier. That should signal that, hey, there's something going on right there. He's going to lose his courier, they lose the tower. At least there's some counter pressure going on up top, but it's not that fast.
Yeah, I absolutely love these the wards like that, where you place on the side of those little mini cliffs.
Yeah.
Because everyone just wants to scout the high part with the sentry, right? They never want to like waste any other vision up there because they just are too scared that's going to give the ward away. Fada knows though. He's got the brain.
He's well aware. Super ready for that one. Again, they're pressuring this tower, but it's not going down all that quickly. And with the mass CPs coming in, that looks like it's going to be about the extent of it. Solo.
We didn't see him.
What? He's not going to get the glimpse either.
No.
Unreal.
Wow. Right on by. Well, I mean, despite all his wandering, he still can get 6 with the tome.
Yeah.
And it's coming in right now, so life's good. Okay, couldn't quite get 6 with the toe.
It's almost there.
Very close.
It'll be soon.
Radiant structures
Never you fear.
Wow, they nerfed tome. I could have swore if you were 4.5, you got it.
Now he's 4 and a bad half. Not the good half. He needs the better half. That's what happened. I'll chase down maybe. Roar, gonna be used. Very tanky Earth Spirit, not tanky enough. Dead. Ramsey's trying to turn this one. Fada in a lot of trouble. They're gonna buy back now, and Egg is going down, trying to kill it off in time. They will manage to. Now Ramsey's
an item.
Oh my god. Ramses, you monster! Unbelievable! Dude, freaking Spectre! Ramses is such a player.
Okay.
I mean, he ends up dying, but whatever. That's
I actually don't remember the last time I saw someone deny at the Phoenix Egg.
Oh, dropping down the Static Storm. Not going to be enough, though. Now Magnetize hitting, slow down. Not quite there on the mark. Need to get something to cancel it. TP is going to be canceled. As Skinner moving in, they find the finish. So both the mid and the carry just end up dying. Good movement.
Took you a second, huh?
Yeah, I'm so used to the support. I just wanted to say I was just looking at Rubik, but yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the support Spectre. Just about got it. Yeah, 12 minutes, but maybe they can set up some more haunt plays. They have a very aggressive mid hero with being a core Rubik, and the vision game from the Hawk should help identify good haunt situations. Fada was super slow on Heavenly Grace before. Now he's coming through and just whacks down onto Solo. My goodness, that was the hammer of justice.
Dude, you love to see an Omni Knight get in the mix. It's the way to be. And you can tell he does not care about these other spells. GA, Degen Aura, Degen abilities. That's what it is. Absolute garbage tier.
Just get him out of here.
Yeah, don't need him.
Now, whatever you do, don't give away Guardian Angel to the Rubik Aghanims, though. That will be bad.
That would be really bad.
For your Sven. Oh, wait, never mind. He'll have the Dispel. It's fine.
That's a good point, yeah.
Stormhammer saves you from your own Omni Knight.
Still, just don't even skill it, Fada. It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk.
Well, that's debatable.
Scanning.
But 1,000 gold lead. Gonna step forward, break a smoke, runs into some heroes, tries to back away. GA, 50% status resist, and well, hey, that's a pretty good spell. So that smoke gank will not be able to connect.
We have a Keen Optic as well for Fada. That's, of course, most of the nerfs for Omni Knight that have taken place over the past 4 or 5 years since he used to be like the top pub win rate for a solid, I don't know, 3, 4 years, 5 years maybe even, has been cast range. That's been a huge hit to the hero. That and Repel, you know, free BKB was kind of cool, it turns out.
Right.
But Keen Optic helps a lot with that.
Totally. It's a good answer. I like to see this move right here by 4-4 as well, taking over the jungle, playing pretty aggressively and denying just any free areas of the map for Sven to farm. But
in the Vanguard, right? Because they're here, yeah. Spectre is here.
Yeah.
Spectre needs to recover, and then she can just haunt him when it's time. Like right now, maybe?
Come on. Big old jump in there. They dropped on the Static Storm afterwards, connecting to all of them. Couldn't get any Omni Knight spells off. And that is going to be 2 dead and maybe a 3rd. Unless Milan can manage to back out. Skinner making his move in as well. They have Magnetize being reapplied yet again.
They don't have the break. It's a sketchy jump.
Milan.
They're all up.
Oh, what are you doing, buddy? He went back
why are we teasing this?
I mean, it is a lot of damage, and he just doesn't have anything left in the tank. Lose all of his mana on Ember. I mean, the damage numbers are going to be off the charts off that fight, but, like, it doesn't matter. They didn't have enough for the kill.
Yeah, that is really frustrating. They only did 600 more damage, and yet they lose 3 heroes, and you only lose 1.
Radiant's middle tower is under
The
attack.
Magnetize was nasty.
Yeah.
A gift from the Tempest of Thunder.
Meanwhile, Ember doesn't quite manage to get the catch there on Solo. Does look like he's going to be fine, but we can already see the sort of story of this game, I think. Sven's going to be on top, but is it going to be enough on top that he can deal with all the rest of the heroes of 404? How much can Ember do as well to sort of set him up for success?
And how is his BKB going to go as well on the Sven?
Right.
Or does he just, like, rely on the sash resistance instead because of everything he has to cut through on the side of 404?
That's a good point.
You can't rely on the BKB too heavily because of the roar, but you also need to get it because there's a Disruptor and a Phoenix and a Rubik, so it's tough execution, I feel like, for him this match, as they're going to smoke up. I'm looking forward to the Veil on Milan. I think that's going to be a good spike for them here. How do they jump Sumail? They need the roll hit. They only got him.
Yeah, silence afterwards if they need it, and, well, he's just going to die, it looks like. No chance to get away. Quick and easy kill.
Yeah, and they make it look really easy, but without the Ember, like, that's just a straight up freehand roll that if that misses, that could turn around pretty poorly for him.
Right. 16 minutes now. And every time he gets that Heavenly Grace, it is a lot of damage bonus that gets sent over to Sven, as long as that ulti's up. Plus 302 right now. Heavenly Grace wears off. What's it going to be? Yeah, 250. So roughly another 50 damage on top of everything else. Not bad.
Not too shabby. Fada just stacking agents. Yep.
The Spectre. Looks like he's going back for the Yasha build. What are you expecting out of Ramses this game? Is it,
well, he was supposed to kind of be the big carry.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a long ways away from that. I guess they have to decide, like, what are their expectations in terms of their actual, like, game timings right now. Because if he's going back for Yasha and Manta, that to me says, like, I'm going to be fighting a lot right now. Which is fine and all, but they need to win a lot of fights with the Spectre to try and, like, actually put some gold onto her.
Right.
What she got finished up? Oh, just TP coming, nothing else.
Looks like they'll find Melania again, use the roar and everything. Sick charges are there. Doesn't have enough to get out, though.
Flesh is weaker.
But yeah, what do? Do you go back for something bigger? Do you just go for, like, Manta Diffusal? That feels kind of okay, this game. Right? You might want something versus this this Earth Spirit.
Yes, I just did that.
Have your own little Dispel.
Yeah, that probably is a big part of it, too.
Radiant's middle tower
Caught again. Trying to kill off these creeps. And does have enough there to bring them down. Yeah, and I guess that's the other thing is, like, around the BKB timing that we're going to see of the Sven, like, what's Ramses going to have to fight at that point? Doesn't feel like a lot.
Oh, hello. My audio crashed, but we're good.
Oh,
back
perfect.
Now. So if I vanish again, that the servers are crashing here or something, but we're good.
No problem.
Yeah, no
Something else is crashing. No one. He's just dead. And mid lane, they jump in and kill off Zayats too.
And they're still chasing Solo, but doesn't get the bolas. It was just a warning. Go and tell them what you saw here. As they're going to transfer this into Roche. About to hand him the grace. Bless this man.
So much damage. And Roche is just going to drop on down here. They do have Solo in the area with the Static Storm available. He is walking into a dangerous area. They have Haunt available as well. Can they go for a play here? Haunt is going to come out. They're trying to make it happen, but it won't be there in time. And now Ramses, potentially in trouble, does need to back away. Smith still Heavenly Grace, but Solo already dead.
And now, even though they don't have the Haunt, they're kind of hoping they could catch someone here. But without Disruptor, catching itself is going to be rather difficult. Oh, hey, Milan was just kind of standing there. Was it he was about to roll or something?
Dude, how many times that guy got roared?
Well, you know.
Just keeps eating them.
Just ensuring that his allies stay alive.
Yeah.
That's the goal here.
I mean, if I'm at Earth Spirit this game, I don't mind getting roared like 3 times and then Sven's just like free farm. You know? Feels pretty okay. Speaking of which, by the way, Sven right now, Imp Claw is going to be the item of pickup, and Sanj and Yasha done before BKB, so he's actually opting to not go back for it. Instead picking up the Aghanos.
I kind of like this. I was a little surprised. Like, I understood his reason because he had it queued up at first, but I actually think this is the better way to do it. It's to just lean heavily into the status resistance and just really go clutch on your first initiations. They're going to grab an initiation of the Zayats here. Does not want to egg here with the Veil. Whoa. Wait. Okay, he was rolling, though.
It's far away. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a risky one.
Egg down. Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is looking really tough right now. And they're just going to send them on in. Dude, they really don't care.
They're just running bottom.
Oh my god! They just beat the crap out of them.
They're wrapping smokes. Milan is rolling as fast as he can. They might find Ramses or no one here.
They gotta be so
With
careful.
the Veil damage, no one is gone for sure.
Goodbye. Give them a couple quick spikes.
God,
Look at the chase down. They do not appear to care about anything at all. Blade Mail be damned. Ramses, you are done. Triple kill for Skinner. Well, now the chase down coming. The king is taken down by the Rogue Knight.
I can't tell if Spectre's farming or if everyone else is just losing gold. She's on top now, but it doesn't feel very good.
No, not in the least bit. Dude, he just swiped them all down. Is that 2,800 damage dealt in the course of that?
That was a devastating, just like chase after chase. That was a full 5-man B train, starting with the Phoenix up top.
6,000 at gold lead right now. Mudgolems looking good, looking very, very good. Fada, position 5 Omni Knight. Going to fall as he comes back in.
Okay, they refuse to roar it. They didn't have to stack storm it. This is a smoke play, I think.
Okay.
Try and find a fight without the God Strength. Right? You have Haunt. I mean, I'm sure you're not feeling too hot right now, but I kind of think you have to go for this. Probably just trying to get some D-wards out right now. Currently, they are under some really good vision lift behind here from the Radiant. They're actually just going to TP top to try and catch 3-3 on this wave as they see him coming through on that ward.
And if they can get this kill, it'd be nice. Again, this feels like it's the formula that other teams have used. Is oh no, Haunt, they gotta get this kill. They gotta get 3-3. They absolutely have to get 3-3. I don't know if they're getting 3-3.
Super dead.
Chase, lift. Do they have a no? Sumail couldn't get in range. What? Unbelievable.
Oh my god, they spent so much on that.
Oh no, Sumail, they're coming for you. Chase down. Zayats, he's coming to try and save the day. It ain't gonna happen though. Static Storm down. Static Storm be damned. The Phoenix Egg is gonna be used yet again. Milan going deeper into the clutches as they just back away yet again. Chase down. Milan gets the stun. Skinner trying to chase it down as well. We'll be able to get the roll away. Goes for the Sun Ray, kick him out of there, and bring in the Sven. Bring in the Ember. Just bring in the pain.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The pain train has arrived. Looking a little ahead of schedule. As they're just crushing through before the Aghanim's is even up. I swear, it looks like he has Ags in this fight. In all these fights, because he's just going from one to the other because of how much setup is being provided from this Earth Spirit and Ember Spirit. The two brothers really helping them cruise through these fights.
Yeah.
What an unfortunate disaster for 404 that they couldn't clean up that kill onto the Viper.
True.
And that was a valuable kill. It's not like, I mean, yeah, he was like 3 in this game or whatever, but that guy is worth a lot of gold, and that should have been an easy setup.
You know, again, it goes back to this point that I feel like I noticed in their games earlier on when you saw them playing against Yellow Submarine. The one game that looked really good, it was, you know, again a Sven, just like this one super hard carry, and maybe 404 getting a little bit too greedy with their other heroes and getting punished.
Middle tower
but regardless, whatever is the formula, it's working right now for Mudgolems. I don't know. Manta done on Spectre, does that really change much to you at all?
Is my confidence inspired?
Yes. Is there anything feeling good right now? I mean Phoenix
Manta is a lot of solo damage, right? Because of the Desolate, so... unfortunately, they're just a giant clumpy ball.
Right.
Because they have double melee supports.
Yeah, they kind of need to go on like the other heroes, and it's really hard to.
It's just 5-man meteor hammer though. I'm sure it's like, oh man. Almost got with that silence. That would have been so sick. Silence so he gets the force return back on the Phoenix.
Just come give me a hug, Phoenix.
Return.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
With no Aegis, do have to play a little bit safer, I think, at this point on Mudgolems, and possibly 404. The other thing you can do, I guess, hypothetically, is like Phoenix, you know, if Skinner goes for the stun, you can like pull him back to Fountain or something, maybe.
Dire's top tower
Well, they've got it now, so we'll see. They're smoking into him. Here on the Dire. Not really.
They have a medallion.
Boom. There it is. Adios, war cry.
Good vision. Good vision. They placed down that ward right inside the camp.
Vision's good.
God, who did they even start the fight on, though?
I don't know. Look at their HP. There's 3,000 HP on the Sven. There is 2,000 on the Earth Spirit. There's 1,600. Ember would be great, I guess.
Even if you jump on them, they just have the hard dispel afterwards anyways. Like, you have to go on Fada, I guess.
I think these Static Storm covered eggs look pretty promising. Like, get a couple heroes in the Static Storm and get the egg somewhere where the people trapped in can't reach. Maybe that can help provide the damage. We're talking about how they're forced to clump because of double melee supports. Maybe Solo can find that punish. Obviously, it's very difficult, but they have potential to both cover the egg because of the Static Storm and also to just like create good egg opportunities so they can lock the heroes down as they hop right onto the Beastmaster and his summons.
Ember got him. Kills on summons. Jump forward. Easy pickoff there. Yeah. And they're going to glimpse back the Ember, and then what do you do with them afterwards? There's nothing. They kill off Ramses. Poison. Oh no. It's a victim. Wow.
I mean, he doesn't really have a play, right? Like, he just gets broken and then he got rooted.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I mean, his best bet, I guess, is maybe he probably tried to Spectre Dagger towards the trees, and that's why he was saving his Atos for a bit. Oh.
They're just Supermaning around the map. Like, anytime they want to right now. With the DD, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like how he has God Strength still. And
Dire's
devastation. Mudgolem's killing it here. Fada's getting chased down on the opposite side of the map from everybody else on his team. TP out? Maybe? Or turn to fight? Yes, stick charges.
TP, so that might be a problem.
Aid. This guy's crazy. Is he really trying to... Okay. They're bringing in 3-3 now. Oh, on afterwards. They really want this kill on Fada. They will bring him down. But now, what's left? Can they chase this one? A little bit in a position. There's going to be the glimpse blast. They're gone. They will get it. They get one.
Fada with the baits?
Follow-up. Secondary kill. They get all four.
Oh, Fada. Amazing baits. I have to say. He certainly secured more kills.
What just happened? How did Ember die?
Well, let me see. They're 10k ahead, and the guy worth 17,400 wasn't there. So I'm just going to do some quick math.
Okay, that's fair.
And go with they were 7k down.
Well, that's a big opening. And Roche is back up in 20 seconds. Surely they can't take this one. God,
I just did that.
Spectre actually takes it kind of quick with Haunt, or with Manta rather.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll have to see. Doesn't look like they want to try and make the run for it there. God, they have Orb of Destruction too. Yeah, it's just a little bit too scary, I guess. So, BKB done for Ember. That should solve some of those problems. But the biggest problem that they've got is just this Sven. It's an absolute monster right now. Trent, did you die on me, by the way?
No, I'm just basking in the glory of this game. Don't worry.
I was a little worried.
Now now we've actually entered into something a little bit more interesting, because it kind of looked like it was gonna be a total bowl over. And it might still be, but they just got a nice little injection of a BKB, possibly before this Roche fight. Oh, Spectre, hurry and far. They have the vision.
There it is.
Spectre's trying, but there's no haunt for 45. So if Ramses wants to be here, he's gonna have to TP.
They have vision. They've got this Hawk there. It immediately gets blown up by the Sven Cleave.
They need to delay this. Someone go die.
How can they do it? Zayat wants to move in. Dives onto him. Meteor Hammer is available afterwards. Sunray, it's a possibility. Dagger goes out. They spot out the Roche.
Can they stop this
lower.
delay with no God Strike?
There's a possibility. Thinking about a move in here now. Ramsey's chosen. Back by Roche. What? Unbelievable. They're going to lose the Omni Knight, but meanwhile, the Roar pushes him outside of the range. Egg is down, jumps over, gets the kill onto Solo. Can they find more? Gonna BKB away from there. Ember chase down. They just kill off all the creeps. Blink TP out of there, and it looks like they'll get away. But still, bash from Roche.
If there was ever a time for some things are not meant to be, that was it. Try and steal my Roche? I don't think so. Well, that's unfortunate. I'd be a little upset at that if I was Ramses. I mean, to be fair, there was lots of other control elements, I suppose.
Middle tower is under attack.
But that looked particularly savage.
They have cheese on Ember as well. Things get a little bit too dicey. No Omni Knight, at least with them right now. So this could be an opportunity to try and go. And the lift is going to come out. Oh, God. Maybe by not warning Q's. Get her. Needs to run. That's Aegis down. Is this a chance for a turnaround here? They got to be so careful. Oh, they don't play timer right. Stun comes out. Jump away afterwards. Can they bring him down in time? Skinner turning to fight onto this one. Doesn't even need God Strength. They passed over the cheese so he can come in further. Diving from long range downtown. Chases outside. Realizes he can't go that deep.
Oh, he wants back.
He's thinking about it, but no one is just going to die on the other side. Glimpse pulls him in a little bit closer, and now they are reset and ready to go.
There's this horrible feeling that occurs when you get an Aegis like that, and you're just like, oh my god, we got him! And then you all kind of stand around, like, just thinking and tunnel visioning on how you're going to chainstun this guy when he comes back up, and then you realize the four of you are standing on the dead body while the rest of the team's coming.
Oh, good timing.
That was nice.
Damn. Yeah, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, Sumail just was like chilling there, then suddenly he just gets like silenced and then stunned by the Sven and he's just dead.
Well, I think we all knew that 404 was coming into this one a little bit rusty, not having all of the opportunity that all these other teams did to play a bunch, and well, it's kind of showing off here, as so far Mudgolems are looking to try and close this one out 2-1, and they got to do everything they can to hold. It's a lot of damage coming from the Phoenix. Rooted, oh god, Rams just can't do anything. Stolen Stormhammer, it's not looking like enough. God Strength is wearing off now. BKB and the runaway. Blade Mail trying to keep him alive, but it's not quite enough. Diving into the fountain, there's the GA to keep alive the Ember. No chance for a follow-up kill as he just remnants on through. Turns their attention onto the rest of them. Skinner jumps in, stolen stun yet again, but it will not be enough as they beat them down to death, turn their sights now onto the Ancients, as Mudgolems want to finish this one out. GG's call. Pretty stuff.
Won't give him the satisfaction. Taking down the Ancient, it seems. Now, Sumail still wants some.
Oof.
Yeah, that was a pretty dominant game from Mudgolems. Overall, right from the first maneuvers, I guess, just like out of the laning stage. I mean, the lanes went pretty damn well for Mudgolems, right? I can't really think of any that went particularly poorly. They didn't really have any moves.